Welcome back, everybody. Last week we got the wiring done on my Honda Trail 70 snow bike. Well, kind of done. So now we took it for a spin and I realized in the snowbank my air filter was getting clogged up with snow. So I got this Harley Davidson air cleaner can and I'm going to adapt this to make kind of a snorkel type of air intake system that will suck air in from the frame. What else are we gonna do this week? I'm gonna finish up my chain guard that I'm building out of sheet metal. Right now it's all hacked together and extremely rusty because I've been driving it out in the snow. I also need a pull bar. Built this out of some electrical conduit. Really funny, but let's get into it and start building these three things. So now it's time to figure out my air filter situation. When I first drove this thing in the deep snow, I had this little cone style of filter on here, and the problem I had, and then when it was snowing outside, almost immediately this got all clogged up with snow and just started running really rich. Couldn't figure out why. I looked down at the air filter and this thing was all plugged up with snow. So that's crap. So my thoughts are, if you've ever seen a Honda ST90, they have a big air filter right here, or like a chrome air can that the carburetor goes into the air box here, and there's a hole cut in the frame down here, so air comes in to the box and it sucks air in from the frame. So I ordered this guy. It looks like something off of a late 90s, early 2000s Harley Davidson. It looks actually really close to the ST90 air filter. If you want to take a look at a picture of an ST90, here you go. But my thoughts are, I'm going to take a piece of sheet metal and make a new back for this, cut a hole here, cut a hole here, and then I'll get a 90-degree tube to go from the carb into this side here, and then I will drill a hole here, drill a hole here, wherever. So air will be sucked in from the frame, like an ST90. It's a little bit bigger than an ST90 air can, but it looks pretty darn hot on this bike like this. I'll end up making a sticker on here like the ST90s. I'll probably say Snow 70 on here, or Snow 125, whatever I want to call this thing when I'm done. But yeah, let's chop this thing up. we go. So let's see what we got going on here. So we're going to go from the carburetor down into the inlet side of the air can right there. Air can's all sealed up. And we got the second hole here. I'm going to take the hole saw and cut into the frame right here. And then we'll have air that'll be sucking out the top part of the frame. So again, don't worry, this is a Chinese Lifan knockoff Trail 70 frame. It's not like I'm the type of person who would chop up a perfectly good Honda frame. There. We've got an official snorkel. Hey, how you doing? I think while I'm at it here, I'll get the heat gun, take all this silliness off of here. So one necessity that I found I'm going to need is a pull bar. So I'm going to take this electrical conduit and this high-tech, very expensive tubing bender and see if I can make a pull bar out of this guy. All right, now that I got my hoop bent here, I think I'm gonna take a couple pieces of this rusty angle iron, put that like that, weld that there, trim that a little bit to make it look pretty, cut a little U here, and these two spots should slide right into the top shock mounts on the bike. Yeah, this is a good start. All right, so it's not the prettiest right now, but I think I'll clean everything up once I get everything into paint. Plans are to just use some of the spray-on truck bed liner to give it a nice grippy textured thing. But the most important part, can I lift the bike with this? Yes, sirree. That'll get us out of a snowbank. And I also got my hydraulic brakes hooked up. And one thing I found out, I woke up this morning and I saw one of my favorite YouTube channels, Grindhard Plumbing Company, is building a Honda Grom snow bike with this exact same snow track. So yeah, you should actually check out that video from Grindhard Plumbing Company and maybe watch over the next handful of weeks and see what they end up doing with their Grom, because I'm going to be watching it closely for ideas for my Trail 70 build. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Their comments, not their comments, but their title of their video is they bought a $200 snow track. So I think I overpaid for mine. I think with shipping, mine was over 800 bucks. But maybe they didn't include shipping in on that price. But the funny thing is they built a Hayabusa snow bike and they labeled those videos the world's fastest snow bike. And in their Grom video, they kind of said, this is the world's slowest snow bike. And I'm going to take offense with that. I think I have the world's slowest snow bike here. So yep, I've got a challenge out to Grindhard Plumbing Company. When they get their Grom done, I should have my Trail 70 done at the same time. And if you want to challenge me to who has the world's slowest snow bike, let's do this. Okay, we made some great progress. We got the Sportster air can on there, hole drilled into the frame, so it's sucking air from inside now, so that shouldn't clog up with snow anymore. Got my chain guard kind of hacked together right now, but that'll all pretty up with some body work. My trimmed tails on the ski, this made a world of difference. I'm able to lean the bike and turn it a lot easier than before. That was fantastic. What else? Hydraulic brakes are working great. My pull bar, made out of conduit, works fantastic. So I think we're getting really close to having this thing ready for paint. I think I'll beat on it a couple weeks in a row here really hard and see how it holds together. But yeah, hopefully when the snow melts and starts warming up a little bit here, I'll be able to tear everything all apart and we'll be ready for paint. Nice. Yeah, I guess that's all I have for this week. So in the meantime, if you want to check out last week's video, you can click the video on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, click the video on the left. I will see you next time.